Fantastic conclusion to season 1 of Kaiju number 8. Episode 12 had a lot of fun activity going on. The fight between Blondie's dad and Kafka was just full of action. It was really fun to see what the Defense Force is really doing when it comes to taking remnants of old kaijus and turning them into actual weapons. It was really cool seeing Kaiju number 2 go against Kaiju number 8, like a berserk Kaiju number 8. So that was a really interesting thing. That's very important that we'll have to remember because we'll get to that in a second. But it was like seeing Godzilla versus, someone who's a lot more agile and still just as powerful. Kaiju number 8 in his berserk form is just amazing. He's got this instinct of this fight style that is just amazing. And right away in the very beginning, when he's twisting his body in half and then regenerating instantly so he can land a hit, and another instance when he split his body apart, one part being a decoy, the other part actually landing the hit behind Blondie's dad. Genius. I thought that was amazing. Kaiju number 8 in Berserk mode is a badass. So now that we ultimately know how this episode ended, he finally took control back of his body. But that begs the question, now that Kafka is going to be a human weapon for the Defense Force, is there going to be another moment in the future where he's going to go berserk and he's going to be a problem for the whole entire city to deal with? And on top of that, and speaking of the city, are they going to find out that the Defense Force is working with kaiju, human kaijus? So that'll be really interesting to see how that kind of drama can spur up. So all in all, this episode was just amazing. And we left this episode with Kaiju number 9 obtaining more intelligence, trying to get himself smarter. And he left us with a line saying that Kaiju 8 has fallen into human hands and now it's time for them to return. So now I'm wondering, is there going to be some kind of plan that he's got to turn Kaiju 8, Kafka, onto the side of the kaijus, and what's that going to look like? Is there going to be some kind of communication thing that they're going to get into? Like, I don't know. I don't even know what to think. But all I know is that this whole season was amazing. Simply can't wait until the next season. And I guess pay attention to our podcast, Anime Lounge Podcast, because we will be covering this in the very near future. Until then, we'll see you guys later.